All right, picking up where we left off. So again, the other paragraphs within the um, literature review also outline potential problems within um, this area of interest. So, for example, the annual dropout rate for grades 9 through 12 was 7.6% for ELs compared to 3.9 for total students. Now it's starting to get into the nitty gritty of where um, this is also problematic in terms of how we're going to shape this literature review. The ELLs, according to the Texas English Language Proficiency Assessment System, are required to be annually assessed to determine their academic level and literacy proficiency so that appropriate academic and literacy processes can be implemented as needed. So, continuing on, a thorough review of the literature shows that reading and vocabulary instruction continues to point the way to English language learning and literacy. So, it's starting to frame where this research is going to go, what they're looking to explore. Next paragraph talks about the gap. And then finally, we get to the purpose statement. And this purpose statement is really clear, and you can feel free to use this similar wording in your own study. So see, the highlighted portion is the purpose of this review of literature to determine whether reading and vocabulary instruction should be used as core strategies for supporting ELLs requiring literacy instruction as a response to TELPAS. This review of literature included peer-reviewed journals and other published studies. So you're telling me what the methodology, at least in part, is here. I would even expand, if you're doing a really quality literature review, you would tell what databases you use, what search terms you use. The thought being is that if I am a researcher, I could follow your methodology and come to the exact same studies that you use so that I know that there's no sort of selective bias going on, and that you're just not cherry picking your data. So that's done through giving search terms, the source that you used, and what criteria you use for including or excluding different types of resources. Okay, and then we get to the question. The main question guiding literature review was as follows: what is the best way to support ELLs need an instructional process and support intervention? Okay, so that's your introductory paragraph. You want to address the problems with a compelling hook and a piece of data that hits you right in the face in terms of, oh wow, all right, so this is a statement of fact, explaining kind of a phenomenon, what's going on, and then outline the problems that are resulting from this scenario. Okay, and then after outlining the problems and the relevant literature, you want to state your purpose. So why, based on these problems, what you're seeing, what's the purpose? What are you trying to do by searching through the literature? Okay, and that's all you need to do for the introduction portion that is due next week. So for more information on writing a literature review, and also how you might want to structure in case you get past the handout, strongly suggest you can take a look at either of these two literature review guides, this from the University of Toledo and this one from the UNC Writing Center, which I happen to like. This outlines all the steps that you need to take. If you get past the introduction, you're going to want to understand how you can organize the body. And I thought that the UNC one gave some really cool kind of options. You can either go with a chronological, so how has the literature kind of evolved over time. You can go by publication or by trend. You can also go thematic, where you can talk about different approaches across the different pieces of literature that you can synthesize. You can look at it through methodology, so what types of what kind of findings are yielded using different types of methods. You can use a historical, methods and standards, and then make sure that you have questions for future research, and also kind of a current situation. So even if you're doing that kind of historical or chronological, what's the current on the ground situation look like? Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I'll be posting the partners for this task shortly. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to email me. Have a great week.